Imagine being betrayed by your own family, sold as a slave, thrown into prison for a crime you didn't commit, only to rise to the highest position in one of the greatest empires of the ancient world. This is the extraordinary story of Joseph, a young man whose faith and perseverance turned his trials into triumph. Stay tuned as we dive into one of the most powerful stories in history. Joseph was the favorite son of Jacob, and his father gifted him a beautiful, multicolored robe. But this favoritism sparked jealousy among his brothers. One day, Joseph shared a dream, one where his brothers bowed down to him. This only fueled their hatred. So, when they saw a chance, they threw him into a pit and later sold him to slave traders heading to Egypt. From beloved son to a slave in a foreign land, Joseph's life had taken a tragic turn. Joseph was bought by Potiphar, a high-ranking Egyptian official. Even as a slave, he worked with integrity, and soon he was put in charge of Potiphar's entire household. But trouble came when Potiphar's wife falsely accused him of wrongdoing. Innocent yet powerless, Joseph was thrown into prison. Things seemed hopeless. But Joseph's story was far from over. Even in prison, Joseph's wisdom shined. He interpreted the dreams of two fellow prisoners, one of whom was later freed and served Pharaoh. 2 years later, Pharaoh himself had disturbing dreams, and no one could interpret them. But then, Joseph was remembered. Brought before Pharaoh, Joseph explained that the dreams warned of 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. He advised Pharaoh to store grain during the good years to survive the bad ones. Pharaoh was amazed. He appointed Joseph as governor of Egypt, second only to the king himself. From prisoner to ruler, Joseph's faith had led him to his destiny. When famine struck, Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt seeking food, never realizing they were standing before the brother they had betrayed. Joseph tested them to see if they had changed, and when he saw their remorse, he revealed himself. "Do not be afraid," he said. "What you meant for evil, God used for good." Joseph forgave his brothers, and his family was reunited. Joseph's story teaches us that no matter how dark our circumstances, faith and perseverance can turn trials into triumph. What's one lesson you take from Joseph's journey? Comment below. Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.